have you ever played a video game so good that it changed your life? To some, that may be an odd question, but for me, the answer to that is Bully by Rockstar Games. The year was 2006. I was about 9 years old at the time. I was sitting with my older brother at my dad's computer, browsing Rockstar's website and watching trailers for new upcoming games. I had just recently been introduced to the GTA series, so I was still kinda new to the whole open world genre. My brother, Jasper, who had introduced me to the Grand Theft Auto series, clicked on one of the Bully trailers. Now this was of course back in the mid-2000s, so the resolution quality of the trailer hasn't aged all that well. I remember initially not being very interested in the game at all. I mean, it looked alright, but nothing that I'd be interested in playing. Being a 9-year-old from Sweden, my English wasn't very good, so of course I didn't really understand what the characters in the trailer were saying. And so I asked my brother, "What's this game about? What is it?" "It's called Bully," he said. And so I asked, "Oh, so it's kinda like GTA, but instead you play as a high school bully?" To which he replied, "No, you stand up for nerdy kids who get picked on." Fast forward to December of 2006. I decided to spend the rest of my Christmas at my mom's house. A year or so prior to this, I had told my maternal grandfather that I was really into games by Rockstar, especially Grand Theft Auto. Being the cool grandfather he is, he picked up Bully on the PS2 and gave it to me as a Christmas gift. And like I said, initially the game did not tickle my fancy. I was not at all interested in it, but I was grateful nonetheless. The day following, I decided to give Bully a chance. I went up to the attic where my bed and my mom's PS2 were both located. I unwrapped the game, put the disc in the PS2, and sat down in my comfy beanbag chair. As soon as the Rockstar Games intro played, I kinda knew that I was in for a treat. My skepticism of the game's quality was still there, but the sheer amount of personality the game had in terms of loading screens, concept art, promotional material, the soundtrack especially, and even the intro sequence at the beginning of the game piqued my interest. There was just something about this game. Although I found the player movement to be kinda stiff and difficult to get used to, I made my way through Chapter 1. Hours passed, missions were completed, and then I came across this cutscene.
With Russell pacified, I could be forgiven for thinking my troubles at Bullworth were over. But this place is a rotten onion. Peel off one stinking layer, and there's another even smellier one beneath.
Now this is when the game really took me by surprise. Despite obviously being a smaller project of Rockstar, the game's developers went as far as to allow you to leave school grounds. You could just leave at any time. Not only that, but clothing, haircuts, and even tattoo customization became options I could partake in if I so desired. Side missions, minigames, and a whole town to explore. On the surface, Bully seemed like a very one-dimensional game. A one-trick pony, in other words. Basically what a lot of people thought it would be, a Grand Theft Auto clone set in a school setting. But the more chances I gave Bully, the more it returned the favor by constantly pleasantly surprising me. The game surprised me with witty dialogue.
And a guy named Peter Kowalski, good friend of mine.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, well, he keeps quiet. He's kinda shy.
Shy? The boy must be a genius.
A goosebump-inducing soundtrack. A very relatable main character.
We gotta teach that Edgar kid a lesson.
Ah, we've got the old Jimmy back.
That kid is a lunatic. I bet if we knock some sense into him, he'll turn on Gary.
All right, what's the plan?
It's really complicated.
Great.
Yeah, I march in there and beat the crap out of him.
A good variety in missions, and a constant flow of more and more freedom as you progressed. And so, for the next 2 to 3 days to come, I spent most of my time playing through the game. Eventually I got to the end. I defeated Gary, thus regaining my reputation as king of the school, and I felt very happy with how much Rockstar had given me. Fun fact, I even recorded my first ever Bully video on my incredibly outdated video camera, even by the standards of 2006. Although I didn't play the game much after that, I still had fond memories of how unique and clever it was. And then, in 2008, Rockstar Games released Bully Scholarship Edition for the PC, Nintendo Wii, and Xbox 360. I picked it up at a local GameStop and then re-experienced the game on my 360 at my dad's place. But, you know, this time in stunning 2008 HD. And it was also around this time that I came across the super awesome Lazy Bully Flash by Dragon Rider.
Hi, welcome back to Cooking with to Kirby. I'm your host, Kirby, and today I'll be showing you how to make pound cake.
And so I realized that I wasn't alone when it came to my appreciation for Bully. Other people would, on occasion, upload Bully-related videos to YouTube. And, well, this is the one video that always comes to mind when I think about 2008.
So, you got his meds?
Yep, right here. This should be most of it. I don't know, I found it in his garbage can.
What, does he have AIDS or something?
But unfortunately, my home life quickly deteriorated from there. I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but a lot of it had to do with physical and verbal abuse. Eventually, as to be expected, CPS intervened and picked me and one of my younger brothers up. After spending about 3 years of my life moving from foster care to family member to other family member, I moved into my aunt's place. Because of this, I no longer had a console to play any games on. And to top it all off, my laptop sucked ass. It simply could not handle any new releases from Rockstar. And so, I decided to revisit an old friend. It was also around this time that I had intended on making GTA videos. I created the SWEGTA channel and started uploading some GTA SA machinimas. I basically wanted to be like xLatX, and by the way, I don't expect anyone to remember that name. But if anybody watching this video does indeed remember xLatX, feel free to let me know. I have no idea what happened to him, but I fondly remember watching his videos back in 2006. Anyway, after making some GTA videos, the first of which somehow got over 1 million views, don't ask me how, cause I don't know. After making some GTA SA videos, I felt like I needed a break. Now this is when I began uploading Bully videos. Nothing like the videos I make now, but you know, just fun little videos of stuff that happened to me in the game. I then joined bullyboard.com, a Bully fan site that had been around since the game's announcement. From then on, I started modding the game, making machinimas, and I even made a few videos somewhat similar to the ones I make now.
Are you tired of playing the same old Bully over and over again? After years of coding experience within Lua, I have come up with the perfect mod that will revolutionize Bully modding. Bully Zomb Dog Mod!
The audience grew, I made several friends on Bullyboard, one of which I actually met in real life, and my own interest in Rockstar games and Bully kept on expanding. Years passed and I never went back to making GTA videos. Even after Grand Theft Auto 5's announcement, I chose to stick to making Bully videos instead. Like many other people at the time, I was still very interested in GTA 5, but the GTA fanbase just didn't have that same feeling the Bully community did. The year is now 2019. I've been making Bully videos for the past 7 years. 13 if you count my first ever Bully video. I am now the most well-known member of the Bully fanbase, with over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I am cognizant of the fact that some people are gonna look at that number and think it's whatever. But I feel like it's validation. Not just validation for all the time and effort I put into my videos, but especially validation for just how good of a game Bully is. And it's just now that I realized that Bully changed my life. And that's not even an exaggeration. I've done video collaborations with some of the people behind the game, including the main character's voice actor. I've made several friends, one of which is the reason I live in the town I now do. I've had audience members of mine send me gifts, ranging from fan art to donations to a PlayStation 2 just so I could live stream Bully Classic. And as of the making of this video, I am in the middle of doing a video collaboration with Sean Lee. That'd be the composer behind Bully's fantastic soundtrack. My name, SWEGTA, has been featured in many articles regarding a possible sequel, and here's something else. My favorite podcast of all time is The Drunken Peasants, and because the person who handles guest booking for that show is a fan of my work, they invited me several times, and so I made several appearances on that very podcast. I mean, the list goes on. You know, none of this stuff is like big-time Hollywood success, but it's insane to think about, and I could go on and on. And so I'm sitting here making this video, and I just realized that if it weren't for Bully, I would not live in the town I live in, I would not have the friends I have, I would not have the audience I have, and I definitely would not be the person I am today. Back in 2013 or so, a friend of mine at the time told me that I was a Rockstar Games fanboy. He basically said, well, you know, you mostly just play games by Rockstar, so your opinion on video gaming is invalid because you're just a Rockstar Games fanboy. Well, even if that's the case, I'm happy to call myself a Rockstar Games fanboy. One of the games made by Rockstar changed my life and has kept me entertained for years. If that's not a valid reason to be a fan of a video game developer, then I don't know what the f is. I could go on and give you more and more examples, but I feel like I've made my point. So, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my crappy video. And thank you, Rockstar, for making something that has left such a long-lasting positive impression on me and many others. Sometimes I'm critical of the choices you as a company make, but at the end of the day, I do it because I want to see you continue succeeding. So, Canis Canem edit, motherfuckers. Hell yeah. Hey folks, post-video SWEGTA here, just letting you know that Jerry Rosenthal, that'd be the voice behind Jimmy Hopkins, needs your help. Right now, he's participating in a music contest called Music from the Moon. And as of the making of this video, he is currently in 3rd place. What I want you to do is head on over to Jerry's song submission. The song is called See You on the Moon. Give it a listen, and if you think it deserves a like, then please consider giving Jerry's video a thumbs up. It only takes like 3 minutes, so please consider doing that. Again, link down below. Anyway, that's it for this video. You folks, as always, stay classy. Peace.